You're here, I'm Queer, and welcome back to my channel. I wanted to do this quick video for you guys because it's a makeover that I've done for quite some time now, a few months back, and I recorded a video for it because I really wanted to share it with you all. Now I have been able to edit it in between doll projects, so here we go. I've had this white cabinet for quite some time now, and as you can see, it is all white. I got it from Home Goods, and it is made from India. I really love the aesthetic of it, the overall design of it, and a lot of like Indian furniture, decor, and all of that is very ornate and intricate, and these are all hand carved, I believe. Unfortunately, the all white used to work for my aesthetics, but not anymore. Like, I really love this, but I just wished it was a darker wood. And so I thought of restaining this cabinet and give it a new life. The crystal knobs I actually got from Etsy a long time ago, so I do plan on keeping these knobs because they are just really nice and I am actually obsessed with them. Overall, I will just be restaining the entire cabinet and it will be really fun. The stain I'm using is actually a poly stain, which means that it has a thicker consistency and you can go over existing stained furniture. At least that's what I thought. But as you can see, it goes on really light and then you just build in the layers. I could have gone with a regular paint, but for some reason I wanted the really streaky wood-like effect. So I was like, you know what, let's just go with the poly. And I'm assuming that poly is a little bit stronger than regular paint just because it's made to stain, you know, wood and surfaces. As you can see, the first stain that I used was actually called espresso, so it's like a really dark brown, but I went overboard and it almost looks black. So over here, I'm just going over it with a lighter stain. This is more of a caramel poly stain, and I'm just kind of like highlighting the stuff, making it look more aged, and just giving it a little bit more dimension. After the caramel stain has dried, I then went over it with a more red stain, as you can see over here, just to bring in more warmth to the piece. I definitely did not want this to be a solid color. I wanted this to be multi-dimensional, and I wanted the door and all the hand carvings to really stand out. And that's pretty much it for the cabinet. Now let's go ahead and work on the star of our makeover. I've always dreamed of owning a vintage gramophone for the longest time, and I'm like really just obsessed with how it looks, the beauty of it. This one is a modern gramophone, as you can see. The horn of it is a lot smaller, and the color of it I don't really care for because it is that really like almost orange wood. So I don't really care for that. And I really like the modern gramophones because they do have, you know, the technology advancement. They have the Bluetooth, the radio, and all of those capabilities. However, the only thing that bothers me about this one is that the horn of it is very small. So I just wish that it was bigger of a horn. So, like our cabinet, I will also be restaining it. The main goal for this one is just to make it darker, a little bit more red and less orange, and also make it a little bit more aged. And I'm using the same exact thing. I'm using polystain. Please don't hate me for this, because I'm not sanding anything. I just don't like sanding. I sand so much with my doll projects that I don't really care to sand any of these. And that's why I opted for the polystain, because I feel like the polystain, I mean, it acts as a top coat as well, so I'm like, it's just top coat on top of top coat, I guess. I added a bit of espresso here and there as well to really darken the overall wood and the overall image of it, and I feel like it just looks so much better. I am also repainting the gold parts a little bit, and I'm also aging them up just so that those details will really pop out. Now, like I said, I really don't like the horn for this one because it's so small, and it's quite unfortunate because the horn is an actual speaker. So I went hunting and I found an actual vintage gramophone, and I honestly just took the horn from it, and look how big this is. It's just more dramatic. So I just replaced the small one with this huge one, and it looks so much better already, and I am so in love with it. And the speaker itself is like 20 to 24 inches wide, so literally it's a game changer. It looks so good, and it actually amplifies the audio because the speaker is bigger.